Hello and welcome. In this video, I'm going to try and explain the Google Maps technology that is being used with Element in simple terms. So if you've been trying to upload your receipt, you may be tempted to add a store, and if you want to add a store here, you're going to see that you have to type in some words, and if you click on where it says help, you're going to see that the instruction says searching for shops. If your shop doesn't appear in the results, try find your store on Google or Google Maps. Okay, so really this can be really confusing. I've done a video on how to search a store, but in this video I'm going to do a video that explains how Google Maps work. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Google and I'm going to type in Google. I'm going to type in Google Maps. Okay, and then once I type on Google Maps, I'm going to click on the first one that shows up in my search result. So under normal circumstances, Google is going to pick up your location and it's going to detect your location, and it's going to show you a map view of the location. So as you can see, this is the map view, and you can see these pointers and the names of locations. Okay, so this is Google Maps that you're actually looking at. Okay, it shows the area view and different places that you can actually see. So what Google Maps does, it shows us directions and quite a number of things, but I'm going to explain in simple terms in terms of Element and what we are doing. So I want you to think of Google Maps as a listing. Okay, this is a listing whereby if a business is located in this area, someone can say, hey, my business is located here, 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 my business is located here. Okay, so what happens is if people say my business is located here, my business is located here, it's good for marketing purposes. Okay, and in conjunction with Element, the way they've actually done this update and this improvement, it gives them accurate data. It actually gives them accurate data. So let me just go on Google again, and let's say I'm looking for a service. I'm looking for a service that I want. So what I'm going to do is when I go on Google, I'm not going to type for companies. I'm not going to type for the specific name. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say, let's say I'm looking for a graphic designer. I'll say graphic designer in, let me say South Africa. Okay, graphic designer in South Africa. I'm actually looking, okay, on Google. So the first thing that you see, you're going to see that there are different results. But if you notice here, this area right there, this is Google Maps. Okay, this is Google Maps. What it simply means, this person designed for Africa. If I click on here, you can see there's one option, there's another one, this creative student web development, blah 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 blah. And then if I click on this one, I'm gonna go on to Google Maps. Okay, once I go on to Google Maps, I'm going to see that this is a person who is a graphic designer in South Africa. Okay, what does it mean for them? It simply means they've gone on to Google Maps and they've added their service as a graphic designer in South Africa, in Cape Town. Okay, so if I wanted some graphic designing services, I'm in Cape Town in South Africa, I would just look for this address and then make sure that I call this person. I say, hey, I saw your business and I would love to work with you. Okay, so what it simply means, what does it mean for this business owner? It simply means that they're going to get more visible, they're going to get more clients, and they've been listed on Google Maps. And any business can actually do this. It's free to do that. So what you can see is, like I've explained, it's just a listing. Like my business does this, it's located here. My business does this, it's located here. So if I'm gonna search for, let me just copy this and then go back to Element. Okay, and then if I search for this should actually show up. Let me see. And now let me just remove these words and see if it can actually show. So this is the design for Africa, and then I can just, if I paid for that and then I get a receipt, I just edit there. So that's the technology that they're actually using. Now when it comes to in most cases we're doing supermarkets, okay, and if you want to search for a supermarket that you want to search for, you go to this search button. If you don't see it, just expand this this arrow, and then what you can say, you can just say supermarkets, how do you spell markets? Okay, supermarkets in let me just say supermarkets South Africa, and then I'm going to search, because what it's going to do is it's going to search for me for supermarkets in South Africa. So you can see ShopRite, Cosmo City, all these are the supermarkets in different places. So what I'm going to do is, I'm shopping here, I'm just going to copy this, okay, Cosmo City somewhere here, okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come here, then I'm going to paste that, and then as you can see there's ShopRite, Cosmo City, and then you can just click on that and then add store. But for the sake of this video, I'm not going to add. So that's how Google Maps work. Now there is the other side of business in terms of Google Maps. The other side of business in terms of Google Maps, let's say you are doing cakes, you're doing anything from home, and this is just an additional training that I'm actually adding on besides the element aspect. Now let's say you need your business to be listed on Google Maps so that people can actually search for you or for a service, and then they can actually find you. All you have to do is to go on Google and type in Google My Business. Google My Business. Just type in Google My Business. So once you get there, you just click here. So what I want you to understand is that Google My Business is a platform that manages Google Maps. If you want your company to be listed here in like a pointer, a location, you don't have to come here and add your company from Google Maps. You do that via Google My Business, and all you have to do is you just have to have a Gmail account, and it's free to do so. You just click on manage, and then you can add your store, you add your images, the company name, the services that you provide, your phone number, your website, and quite a number of things. The benefit to that, if people search on Google, they're going to get to your business much easier. So how Element is actually connected this technology to their platform is so that it's much easier to find the store, or I'm sure I've actually explained how easy it is. I wanted to make it very simple, and this is how they've integrated Google Maps so that it can be much easier. Okay, so I know a lot of people in a lot of businesses, they are not aware of having their business on Google Maps, but it's a very great idea to leverage on. And if you run any kind of business, you should make sure that you do that, because you're missing out in terms of some of the clients that can be giving you business. So to add your business, just follow this website, Google My Business, and then just click on manage or sign in. You follow the steps, you add your images, phone numbers, and then once that is done, your location is going to be added anyway on the Google Maps. So that's basically how it works, and I hope I've actually answered most of your questions about how Google Maps work in conjunction with Element and other businesses as well. I think that should be it, because I just wanted to share the information in conjunction with Element, though Google Maps does quite a number of things which I'm not going to explain now, but I hope you get the idea of what I wanted to explain. So if you loved this video, please just subscribe to my channel and leave a thumbs up and a comment if you have any questions. With that being said, thank you very much for watching. Bye for now.